Hey everybody, welcome back to Style Reviews. I'm TJ and what we have here is Takara's MP-35 Masterpiece Grapple. So this is a retool of their previous release, Inferno. It stands at about 8.5 or so inches tall, 9 if you count all that stuff around his head and things like that. But this is another awesome piece, and Takara continually proves why the House of Masterpiece, the house they built, is still their house. So taking a look at some of his accessories. Alright, zoom in a bit there. This was a good piece, even in pictures and things like that, especially after I got Inferno. Just really good. But you see his solar tower there, his additional face. He's got blueprints, guns, some additional anime accurate pieces, helmet, chest, etc., etc., as well as some pieces for his alt mode. Top to bottom, bottom to top. And we'll get to a comparison with Inferno, but there are some differences in the molding, so it's not an exact repaint or anything like that. But again, we're going to go ahead and measure them. About 8.5 inches tall. Give you a roundabout view here. And the colors on this one, I don't know how my camera's going to pick it up. The pictures seem to do pretty well, kumastyle.com, but it's a really, really nice shade of orange. It pops. Really stands out. Going over the Poseability here. That whole crest piece has rotation, and then the head itself has separate rotation. So it has an actual neck as well. Alright. Good amount of shoulder swivel. Nice ratchets. Not too far in between the ratchet points or anything like that. I still feel like I have freedom. Now I do have sort of a problem with it. Great elbow bend, but that bicep there, it is really, 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 really tight. Not to the point where you feel like it's gonna break, but those shoulders, they don't lock into place while we go over the waist swivel there. And if you want, you can move the tires so that you can get some more room in there. But again, just that bicep swivel, when you're trying to move that, you have to brace it with two hands and things like that. It's an annoyance. Not end of the world, not a deal breaker. Doesn't take away from this toy being the SHIT, but it's one of those things to where, since, like I said, those pieces don't lock into place, they're held very well by friction, but working those arms can tend to pull them out. Alright. I'm just doing a once over while I'm posing them around, make sure everything's locked into place. And I love how smooth both this and Inferno are. It's really good. Like Inferno, those front skirts can move. That back skirt is something new on this version of the mold. Going over his front and back swing. Not a lot of back swing. Front swing, almost 90 degrees. Not quite. All the way out to the side though, the hips. Full hip swivel. Good knee bend. And both of these versions of the mold, Inferno and Grapple, both have amazing ankle tilt. Free go front to back, as you can see. We're just getting the post up here. We're gonna start showing off his accessories and all that cool stuff. While I'm posing this, another one that I got in, and I got these in from the Chosen Prime, link will be in the description, as well as a written review on kumastyle.com. Definitely a great place to shop. But I got Cheetor as well, the other latest in the Masterpiece lineup, and they are just doing a phenomenal job. I love that they're well-rounded between things like Beast Wars, G1, and everything's good. Nothing so far has felt like a kind of pass over or done just because. Even this being a retool, you know, they didn't really have to try. Both this and Inferno are secondary characters, but they're some of the best Transformer toys I've ever played with. Takara is knocking it out of the park. And admittedly, I'm relatively new to this Masterpiece thing. I collected them years ago, sold them all off. Just didn't really prefer the size and things like that. Wanted to fund some other stuff, so got rid of them all as a lot. And now I'm kind of back to it, both third party and first party. And overall, you know, I got Fans Toys Grinder as well. make toys downbeat. Variety of stuff we're going to be going over here in the next couple of weeks. And man, even though Takara is king, and we're looking over the additional faces here, that's kind of a smirking, smiling, I don't know. It's nice, it's well done, but I just don't prefer it. While my TV goes off in the background there. And I do like that the nozzle can actually store in the arm at all times, even while it's transformed and things like that. That face is just so... I don't even know how to describe it. It's not a bad face, it's just... I don't know what that expression would be used for. It's like he's having a happy-go-lucky conversation, like he's in the middle of actual speech. It's just kind of weird. Alright, flip that arm back out. You can see full poseability of the arm and things like that even. With that nozzle in there. And normally I don't like toys with a lot of accessories, but again, these are well done. I can't complain. Alright. Now we're taking a look at the other arm. It has this construction tool inside of it. And when I was taking my photography, I just had forgotten to put it in, so that's what had happened there. Trying to fit it, trying to get it. We'll get there. Alright. And it stores at all times. Now, even though that hand does flip over, I haven't truly seen any need to really have it inside. I'll get that construction tool. It's like this Cybertronian welding tool, if you will. So we're also going to take a look at the solar tower here as well. Now those panel pieces do go ahead and fold down. Really cartoon accurate. I dig it. The stuff that these things come with, it's cool. It's nice to have little stuff that I think makes you think back to specific episodes and stuff like that. Go. Now he's working on the solar tower there. Again, it's just a pretty figure. I like it a lot. Now, this is my preferred look, the toy look, but if you want to go ahead and get them anime accurate, comes with some option parts here, additional faces, as well as an alternate helmet, grill, etc. And it's just so weird So in the G1 cartoon, you saw both the yellow helmet styling as well as, you know, this black and yellow helmet styling. But it's what it is. Alright, getting that alternate nozzle on. And I don't know if I'd call it a preference, but I do like the muted color of the grill on this one. It matches the yellow really well. I'm just going over his alternate face. Now the helmet on this one, the anime styling, it covers up that face a bit, or at least it is for me here. So, unlike the yellow helmet, you gotta pull the helmet off first to get the face off. So it's easy, it's just popping the other one off, putting it back on. Now, one thing I don't like, I wish the yellow helmet had an angry face as well. I don't understand why they do different faces. And here's the comparison to Masterpiece Inferno. You can see where it's definitely the same-ish base. There's some differences throughout it, even if you look at the backs of them here and things like that. Those pieces on the calves there, parts for the crane, as well as that skirt, different style backs. Even their wheels are placed differently on the body. And there's that. Now, of course, here's Hasbro's MP-10 Optimus Prime. Now, mine might look a little bit different than yours, the forearms and things like that. It's got the Shadow Fisher add-on kits. That's why. Now, taking a look at the alt mode here. Again, well done. Just love the colors on this thing. Taking a look at the extension there. And I love that it has that working piston. That's pretty cool. And of course, you see, it has this default hook there on the end. But it does have some options for that as well. Now, if you want to go ahead and store his weapon, just like Inferno, just pop that flap up and back on the top, and his blaster pegs right in. While we're taking a look at that, I like this mold so much that I'm actually going to go in on Artfire as well, with the target master and things. I'm looking forward to it. It looks good. And to change out the different pieces, they just slide on and off. Comes with a shovel bucket. As well as a giant claw. And the mandibles on it do open and close. Now it looks like they have multiple points of articulation, but they don't. It's just that those one bend them all in and out. That knuckle there does not move. I dig it. It's a fun alt mode. Robot mode's too pretty to display it in, but it's good. And again, Takara's masterpiece Inferno MP-35. I bought mine at the Chosen Prime. Link will be in the description, as well as the description to the full written and pictorial review on kumasao.com. Not description, link. Check it out. Let me know what you think. See you next time.